Good evening, my name is Haley Hickey, and we're going to go through today how food moves through the digestive tract to be excreted, the order of the digestive system or GI tract, and the story of ingestion, digestion, and absorption of the macromolecules, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Okay, to get started, we put food in our mouth, we chew it up, and it goes as a bolus via the pharynx or the throat, down through the upper esophageal sphincter into the esophagus, through the lower esophageal sphincter or the cardiac sphincter to enter the stomach. In the stomach, it gets mixed up with various digestive enzymes, including hydrochloric acid. We'll go through them in a bit, to form an acidic substance called chyme. Chyme enters the small intestine via the pyloric sphincter, which enters into the beginning of the small intestine, the duodenum. Bicarb in the duodenum neutralizes the acidic chyme. We also have the pancreas and the liver, which dump pancreatic juices. The liver creates bile, which enters into the gallbladder for storage and also dumps via the sphincter of Oddi into the duodenum. Bile and pancreatic lipase, amylase, and various enzymes into the duodenum to mix with the neutralized chyme. This goes via peristalsis into the jejunum and then into the ileum of the small intestine. It enters the large intestine via the ileocecal valve. The large intestine also has at the very end a blind pouch, which is called the cecum, and that little tail right here called the appendix, which some people have to have taken out. So the order of the large intestine is the ascending colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, the sigmoid colon, which enters into the rectum, then into the anus via the internal anal sphincter, then goes through the external anal sphincter in order to form feces. Okay, carbohydrate digestion. Carbohydrate digestion begins in the mouth. Salivary glands release saliva with enzyme salivary amylase, which begins breaking down polysaccharides. There are 4 polysaccharides: galactose, cellulose, amylose, and amylopectin. Amylose and amylopectin are the primary components of starch. This chewed food passes via the esophagus into the stomach. The stomach produces hydrochloric acid to destroy bacteria in the food and stops the action of the salivary amylase. Chyme enters the small intestine into the duodenum. In response, the pancreas releases pancreatic amylase, which breaks down polysaccharides into disaccharides. Disaccharides including maltose, lactose, and sucrose. Sucrose is also known as table sugar. The small intestine produces enzymes including maltase, lactase, and sucrase, which break down these disaccharides into monosaccharides, which are single sugars that end up being absorbed via the small intestine into the blood. So maltose is a disaccharide that is catalyzed via maltase into glucose. Lactose is broken down via lactase into glucose and galactose. Sucrose, table sugar, is broken down via sucrase into glucose and fructose. Now, cellulose is a plant fiber that is not broken down and is actually excreted via the feces. It actually helps to form the fibrous substance that helps create a firm stool.